Now, the Ministry of Education has urged institutions of higher learning to embrace innovative ways of offering learning in the new normal post-COVID-19. The rallying call has been made by Principal Secretary for University Education Simon Nabukwesi. He was among invited guests at the 8th graduation ceremony of the Meru University of Science and Technology, which saw 1,240 graduates awarded various diplomas and degrees. KTN's George Maringa attended the event and now reports on yet another graduation which has been held virtually.
At exactly 9 a.m. local time Friday, the Chancellor's procession slowly but steadily began making its way towards the graduation square at the Meru University of Science and Technology. Masks on and dressed in their ceremonial gowns, selected students and faculty members made their way to the dais for the beginning of the graduation ceremony. This meant that the rest of the students and faculty followed the events online and on KTN.
I admit the persons named to the respective bachelor's degrees for which they have been educated, trained.
Universities reopened for in-person learning during the last quarter of 2020, and the ministry is keen on reminding them to continue with innovative ways of offering education despite the COVID-19 pandemic.
I want to throw a challenge to the universities to review their curricula and instructional methods. In this case, they should be focused on nurturing talents and ensuring we produce graduates who are competent, marketable, globally competitive.
The world have moved. And maybe, if you have ever read the book, Who Moved the Cheese, or Who Moved My Cheese, that movement is with us. The cheese of employment has been moved from the loom that it always used to be. But it has only moved to another loom that is really driven by technologies that are defining the fourth revolution.
As a university, we are aware that an organism that does not adapt to changes in its environment eventually dies. To escape such an unfortunate possibility, we have fully embraced the use of technology in our teaching and learning processes in view of observance of the COVID-19 protocols.
And to the students, the next phase of life begins.
Our lives will hold many surprises for us, but I'm sure that we will approach challenges with the same boldness and equanimity with which we tackle problems currently.
After years of acquiring skills and knowledge, the elated 1,240 graduates, now graduates, have been given the powers to read and do all that appertains to their degrees with a focus on innovation. George Maringa, KTN News at Meru University Main Campus in Meru County.
Thank you, George, for that report. We're going to take a short